The Dow's up 658 points. Does that mean that the bulls are back and we're ready to rock it for the future? Well, find out in this market update for July 18th, 2022. Let's go. Hello, everybody. It's Jeremy Whaley here from Trade Maestro. I hope you're doing fantastic today. Find out everything we're doing over at trademaestro.com, where you can get market updates and all the great stuff that we put out over there at trademaestro.com. Let's talk today for July 18th, 2022 about the market. We ended Friday up 658 points. I just wrapped up doing our Sunday night profit picks, and we went through all the overview of what's going on and went into all the details, looked at some trades coming up for the week, and got some interesting stuff for crypto. So keep your eyes open for that update. I'm going to record that one here in a minute. But first, I wanted to share with you just my overview for the week, what I think is coming, and kind of give you a little bit of a market update. So let's get over here to the charts and let's look at what we see going on. What you see on the chart is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And what I'm going to do here, just so it's a little bit cleaner, I always like to try to clean it up a little bit for you, especially if you've not been watching all my updates. It can be a little bit overwhelming. So just kind of zoom in here. There is the green candlestick right there that ended the day up 658 points on Friday. Now you look at that, and if you're like most people, you look at a big market day like that, 650 points to the upside, and you think, oh, everything's going great. We're going up, we're going up, we're going up. Problem is, you can't look with that narrow of a view. And I've done a lot of videos on this, talk about the fact that you got to zoom out. You have to really step back and see what's really happening in the market. So come over here and you'll notice that the market is still not going any higher. In fact, the week itself, if you look through here, the previous sessions leading up to it, we did nothing but we went straight down here. You see that 4 days in a row, actually 5 sessions in a row that we went down. And it just so happened on Friday, we had a bullish candlestick. And we also had on Thursday kind of an interesting candlestick in here. And let me just kind of highlight this candle. It is a green candle, which I hope you can see that pretty well here. Just in case you don't know, I have hollow candles. So since I use a black background for my chart, you just see the green outline. And that's the way candles were originally designed. They were designed as hollow candles. So because I've been using this for 20 some odd years, it's a lot easier for me. So if I see the solid green candles, I actually get confused. That's why you see the outline. But anyway, sorry, a little side note there. Going back here, what you'll notice on this green candle, in order to create that candlestick, we actually had to close up here and we gapped way down and then traded bullish on Thursday. So there was some bullish momentum going into Friday already. Of course, the media, they blamed it on some earning results. I think it really could have just been easily explained as ebb and flow of the market. The market has not reversed at this point. Could we be setting up a bottom? Maybe. Let's zoom out. Let's look at that and see if we could be setting up a bottom. And I'll kind of talk a little bit about that. What you're going to notice here, as I kind of rescale and reposition this chart, we still very much have our lower highs and lower lows. If I can get my pen to cooperate. Lower highs, lower lows. There is your downtrend. By definition, lower highs and lower lows is a downtrend. You notice your stochastics, our momentum oscillator down here at the bottom, it is heading down. So no, we really don't have any reason to believe that this is reversing at this point. You'll also notice that the moving averages are still in a bearish position. The 10 periods below the 20, 20 is below the 50. The price is, for the most part, below the averages. We actually closed on Friday above the 10 and the 20, but the 10 and the 20, the 10 is still below the 20, and both the 10 and 20 are below the 50, and the price is below the 50. So no, by all of these measurements, no, there is not any reason to think that the bull market is returning. Moreover, if I come back to the chart here, and if I get rid of these drawings and I turn on my lines, it's going to get messy here. Sorry about that. But turn on my lines, you'll notice there's a big purple line running right through there at 31,200. Kind of a, I keep wanting to say turquoise, but it's not turquoise. It's lavender. That's the color I was looking for. The lavender line right there. The color has nothing to do with what that line says, but the price point is everything. That is the pivot point, folks. It's exactly where we would expect things to turn. So it's possible that we could bounce from here, bounce a little bit higher. Let me show you what I think could happen. I don't think it will happen, but I think it could happen. And what could happen is we could see a little bit of a rally up to around 32,400, maybe as high as 33,000. And at that point, I would expect to see the price action continue to the downside. Now, I'm going to label that as number 2 because that's actually my second forecast. My first primary forecast is really a continuation of what we had last week. Somehow in here, the next day, maybe 3 or 4 days, it will roll over and it will continue. And I actually think by the end of August, we're going to be breaching this 29,000 support level. And I'll put a little 1 here just so you see that. That's my number 1 forecast, okay? Now, how far do I think that thing's going to go? Well, as I've been saying, if you've been keeping up with me here, I think once this thing breaches that 29,000 mark, it's going to head down to about 26,500. At that point, I think it's going to bounce back up into the 30,000 range before completely heading down to 18,000 by maybe the end of the year or first part of next year. Now, that's kind of the big picture structure. In the short term, we got some stuff that has to happen, but the most immediately here, what I think will happen before the end of July for sure, is I think we'll drop down below that 29,000 mark, and we'll see where we go from there. It's interesting from a timing standpoint. September, October is historically the most bearish months of the year. So we're coming up into that. We've got a couple months before we get there. So we might just, do the good old-fashioned dog days of summer and not really go anywhere until then, or see some more sideways movement. Let's take a look over here at the S&P 500, and we'll look at the NASDAQ briefly as well. Here's the S&P. You'll notice that we're running into that resistance level. We're right at the 20-period moving average. All of it's still very much in a bearish trend, so nothing, folks. I mean, I wish I could tell you that the bulls are back, but they're not. Take a look over here. If we can flip into it, there it is. There's your view of the NASDAQ, and ended the week at 11,452. And you notice down here something we did not have last week, but we actually have the stochastic starting to cross over here as well, moving back in a bearish direction. So, again, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it does appear that the bear market is continuing, which is not a surprise. That's what we've been forecasting since last November. So if you're prepared for that, then fantastic. If you're not prepared for it, then please head over to trademaestro.com. Let me get you set up. You can start off with the Pick Winning Stocks Challenge. You can start off with our membership, or maybe our bear market challenge. Any of the places that you need to start, it just depends on where you are, but we've got something to help you out. And if you don't have anything else to do, if you don't know what else to do, then just reach out and ask for help. Just send us an email, help@trademaestro.com. If you've not subscribed here to the YouTube channel, subscribe here, or on Facebook, or wherever you are watching this video. Please get yourself subscribed so that you can stay up to date with everything that's going on, okay? Have a wonderful week. I will be sending some more videos out this week, so be sure to check your email and check the YouTube channel. Of course, if you're not subscribed there, get subscribed because you get those little alerts and all that stuff. All right, got some great stuff coming up. And also keep your eyes open for my crypto update. We got some big stuff happening in crypto. So that'll be coming out in the very near future as well. All right, by the very near future, I mean like today. So check it. It's probably already here with this video. All right, you guys have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.